back the control over your life. 5 years ago, I became a mom for the very first time. I got my first child. And even though it was just beautiful, and I was so grateful and I felt so blessed, I also now understood what it meant to juggle being a full-time mom, running a business, as well as also living up to the standards that I had set for myself. So, it was a challenging but still a fabulous time, and I had over 10 years of experience from this profession. I also had close to about a decade of experience from this very business that I'm going to show you today. But it really gave me a new purpose, a new drive to really go out and show as many as possible the opportunity of Zinzino, because I truly do feel that by grabbing a hold of it, using it as a vehicle, it can be part of helping you taking back the control over your life, and specifically I'm talking about your time and your finances. So I'm very excited about what I'm going to show you today. I'm very passionate about it. But before going into the presentation, I would love for you to share whereabout you're logging on from, who you are. If you are brand new to Zinzino, if you're watching this for the very first time, you may drop a 1 in the comment field below. If you're already working together with us as a partner, please drop a 2 in the comment field. It's a lot more fun, when it becomes interactive. So, and if you're watching this as replay, please write replay so that we know that you're also checking it out after the live streaming is over. For those of you that don't know me, I am Hilda Sala, and I am one of the founders of Zinzino, and we got our company started back in 2005. We started it, my husband and I, together with a group of amazing leaders, and it's really been a fascinating journey, ups and downs like it is sometimes, but we've been growing with double digits every single year. Today, we're a publicly listed company on NASDAQ First North, and we are expanding. We're currently in 35 countries, and it's so much fun now because we are definitely expanding across the globe. We're coming up with a global web shop now during the end of this quarter, and there is a lot of fun things happening. So what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to dig into the products, then I'm going to talk a little bit about the business opportunity, as well as also going into the benefits this may give you. And obviously, I don't know what you're looking for as you're checking this out. Maybe you're looking for some extra income. Maybe you're looking to build a different career, do a career shift, and you're looking at this as an option. Maybe you've been a customer of Zinzino, or you just want to check out more information about our products. So anyway, I'm very grateful that you're taking the time out of a busy calendar to check this out. And I'm definitely going to do my best to give you a little bit more information during the upcoming 20 minutes so that you can make a qualified choice for you. You've probably noticed that science and technology is developing at a rapid pace. And the fact is that we know more about health and nutrition than ever before. But in spite of that, a lot of health challenges are on the rise. And we believe that one of the reasons for this is because we eat too much of one very essential fatty acid called omega-6. And there has at the same time been a very dramatic decrease in another fatty acid called omega-3. Now, the reason why we know this is because we do individual testing. And most likely, it's not actually most likely. We know for a fact that 95% out of our 300,000 tests soon are in the danger zone. So most likely you have an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3. You have a too low intake of omega-3. Most likely you lack a very important micronutrient called polyphenols in your diet. And there is a pretty high chance that you lack vitamin D3. Now, if you're like me now, you're probably wondering if you're in the danger zone, right? So let me just go a little bit into a brief history journey here, because when our DNA was developed, well, science do believe that our DNA was developed to have a 1-to-1 ratio. Equal amounts of omega-6 to omega-3. And for those of you that are a little bit uncertain, where do I find omega-6, where do I find omega-3? Well, omega-6 is usually found in plant oils, man-made food. Omega-3 is usually found in seeds, nuts, oily fish. So again, according to history, you know, we were created to have a 1-to-1 ratio between these two. And the fact is that up till around 1960s, this balance was pretty good. We know from testing that was done that it was about 4-to-1. So 4 times more omega-6 than omega-3. However, then the food industrialization started to escalate. And we now know that in Europe, the average imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 is 15-to-1. If we go over to North America, it's more like 25-to-1, and we've even measured different markets that have around 40-to-1. However, science states that you should be around 3-to-1. So far we've done, like I said, around 300,000 tests, and we now know from these tests that we actually do have an imbalance, or actually 95% are in the danger zone. So obviously a big question now might be, so how do I find my balance? How do I find my score? And it's very easy. It's a home test. It's a prick in the finger, 2 drops of blood, and then it's sent to analysis at a Norwegian independent laboratory called VITAS. It's a GMP certified laboratory. And they're also, by the way, one of the front runners when it comes to dry blood spot analysis. I did my first test back in 2012, and I remember it very well because I was so confident that I was going to score well. I was at the time very conscious about what I ate. You know, I probably had fatty fish 3-4 times a week. I also had included 2 different omega-3 nutritional supplements in my diet, one that was vegetarian-based, one that was fish-based. But in spite of that, my score on my first test in April 2012 was 14.6-to-1. After the use, however, of our Balance Oil, for 120 days, I was down to 1.7-to-1. And I remember I was so eager to find out, you know, if my balance was improving. So after 45 days, I took a second test actually, and that was 3.1-to-1. And then after 120 days, it was down to 1.7-to-1. Now, if you have taken a test and you're following this now, your first test, maybe both of your tests, please feel free to share those scores, as well as also maybe telling the other people that are watching what benefits you have achieved from using our products. One of the most common questions I usually get when I'm presenting our products is, why are you so different than other products out there? What makes you so unique? And obviously that's a valid question to ask that I'm going to give you an answer to. Now, number one, it's so important to not confuse this as a regular omega-3 products, because number one, it's a proprietary blend of different omega-3 fatty acids. But secondly, we've also included the micronutrient that I talked about earlier from extra virgin olive oil. So it's really important, because if you look at nature and where you find rich sources of omega-3, they're also usually very rich in a similar component to the polyphenols. Like if you look at oily fish, for instance, it's rich in a component called fluorotannins that is very similar to polyphenols. So when we then add the polyphenols into the product, they work in synergy. And this is, if you look at how manufacturers are producing omega-3, it's by law. When you refine the oil, by law you need to remove everything. So what we do is that we take the polyphenols into the product again, and it's like a two-component glue. You know, on its own, its ability to glue something together becomes very weak, but together it becomes extraordinarily strong. So our product is then different in different ways. Number one, we stop the oxidation in your body through the polyphenols. Secondly, we increase your omega-3 levels and balance your omega-6 to 3 in your body. Then we are also giving you the right dosage according to your body weight. This is very important because there is no size fits all here, right? So you have to have the right dosage. And number 4, we actually prove it to you with a test. So the product is then available in different versions. We have a regular oil. This is available with 3 flavors: orange, lemon, mint. This is my favorite, actually also my daughter's favorite. I have a daughter, or we have a daughter, my husband and I have a daughter that is now 7 months old, and she gets it every evening. So she gets a little, what do you call that in English? You know, it's not a spoon, but she's getting at least the oil here every evening. Then it's also available in natural lemon and also vanilla. Then we have our Aqua X. This has been a lifesaver for us. Our son really didn't want to take the oil in the beginning, so we had to mix it in porridge. But this version, the Aqua X, is actually will dissolve in water or any kind of liquid. So my son Gabriel, he's getting this in his apple juice every single morning. And if you're struggling with oil texture, it's really, really good to get the oil this way. Then we have it in capsules. And I would really encourage you to pay attention because there is really coming some big news when it comes to our capsules here in a little bit over a month. And then we have our vegan oil that is also a very, very popular. There is so many fans of this out there. And the omega-3 source from this is from the algae Schizochitrin. That is, by the way, also produced in a factory that is FDA approved. So this is obviously our core concept, the balance products. But then we also have supporting products. So we have our Extend, that is a multivitamin and mineral supplement, but it's really so much more than that. It's 47 powerful ingredients that will target your immune system from all angles to boost it. It's like going to the health food store and picking out the 10 best products, putting it into one box, and then you get Extend. This is exceptional, I would say, and really something I encourage you to try out. Then we have our Xenobiotic, food for your gut, balance, giving you the prebiotic fiber to balance your gut, the bacteria in your gut. And then we have our Lean Shake. Let me see here. We have our Lean Shake available in 4 different flavors, powerful protein source, also including the prebiotic fiber. This is part of our weight loss and fitness program. And then we have Viva. Viva is a lifesaver, I can tell you, especially for me now. Like I said, I have a 7-month-old daughter and I'm nursing, which means that I'm up a lot during the night. And this is helping me getting a better quality sleep when I am sleeping. And by the way, it also has 6 clinical studies showing that it is improving your mood and lowering stress. Who wouldn't want that? Then on top of that, we have our serum, and that is designed to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. And we know from studies that when you use this for 60 days, it will increase your skin's elasticity and strength with 18%. And if you actually combine it together with the Balance Oil and the Extend, so the serum, so these 3 together, it's really a stay young kit. It will increase your skin's elasticity and strength with 36.6%. So the natural pick for the most people out there is that the Balance Oil, the Extend, and the Synabiotic. This is a trio that I totally would recommend you to try out. And then the Stay On Kit, when you add the serum to the equation, you know, it's brilliant. So please try that out. You will be so happy with it. Now, one of the big benefits of working with Zinzino is that we have a referral program called Zinzino for Free. And that really means that when you refer 4 customers to Zinzino, you're gonna get your products free. And there is no limit to how many products you can actually get for free. You can get 1 product free, 4 products free, 10 products free. It's really up to you how many, depending on how many you refer. And Zinzino is expanding across the globe, and like I said, we are currently in 35 markets. The last country that we opened up was Australia, so we're really happy to get the Aussies on board. And the market potential out there is just exceptional. We have over 1 billion people as a market potential, and we know for a fact that 950 million are out of balance. Now I'm only talking about, you know, the markets that we're in, right? So you can add the others to the equation here as well. So currently we have around 170,000 customers. So we have a big potential to take from. And I would say that the first target that we're now aiming towards is the 1 million customers. And we are really stretching to achieve that within as fast as possible, I would say. But then we're working to achieve 20 million customers by 2035. I know that is ambitious goals. We've also actually added another goal to the equation there, because we want to be the #1 direct sales company in our profession at that time. That means that we would need to produce a volume of approximately $10 billion. So the ambitious goals are really there. But if you actually look at the nutritional supplement industry, we know for a fact that the omega-3 industry consists of half of the nutritional supplement industry. And the last numbers that I heard was that the omega-3 industry is producing a volume worldwide, this was I think 2 years ago, of $66 billion. But it's estimated to double within the upcoming years, actually by 2024. So obviously, we truly do believe that we can take a big market share of that potential, because our products truly work. And we can prove it. So when it comes to then our business model, the #1 thing that we always focus on is getting customers, bringing in customers. And the first maybe 3 targets that you aim towards when it comes to bringing in customers is 4 customers, then 10 customers, and then 25 customers. After that, I would say that there is really 2 paths. Some choose to continue to bring in customers, maybe aim towards 50 customers and 100 customers. I forgot to actually say that you earn around 10 to 30% commission on in a cash bonus of the customer volume that you bring in, depending on how many customers you have. But when you get to 100 customers, you also, by the way, bring in or get a one-time check of 10,000 euros. That's a nice check to bring back home. But like I said, after 25, some choose to go for more personal customers. Others, they choose to maybe start to build a sales team. And obviously you can start to build a sales team before you reach 25 customers as well. But here is really where the different paths are crossing, I would say. When you build the sales team, we say that there is really, in the start of the program, we have some fast start bonuses that we encourage you to work towards. And that is that the first one is 4 customers. The second one is bringing in 4 personal partners. You can achieve the Fast Start program here within 30 days if you do the 4 customers and the 4 partners. And then you have 30 more days, so 60 days in total, to go from 4 customers to 10 customers. And by doing that, you're gonna earn approximately around 600 euros in Fast Start bonuses. So I would really encourage you to do that. So you build a sales team. Now, 4 customers plus 4 partners in a month approximately will give you the rank silver in 1 month. Let's say that we now start to duplicate. So let's say that we have 4 people reach the rank of silver, maybe month 2. Well, that would mean that you would qualify for a rank called executive in the company. And as an executive, you will approximately get a commission of around 700 euros. Let's say that we continue to duplicate, so we help 4 people reach the rank executive. Then you will reach the rank diamond, and as a diamond you will earn approximately 4,000 euros a month, where 1,000 of those comes from a car bonus. That's a nice thing to get in addition, right? And then if you help 4 people reach diamond, you will qualify as a crown in our company. And as a crown, on average, you will earn approximately between 10 to 15,000 euros. Now, this is obviously not the limit, but for a lot of people, this really becomes the start where they start to focus and go all in, focusing on continuing to expand their business nationally and also internationally. Now, when I got started first, and I took my first test, I really did believe, I was going to score well. And like I said, I didn't. My score was 14.6 to 1 on my first test. On my second test, it was 1.7 to 1. But I really didn't necessarily feel that much difference. I got the proof, and I was really happy with that, but I really didn't feel that much difference after my second test. However, after about a year of being in balance, I remember so vividly, my husband, one evening, he asked me, "You haven't really had that much headache lately, have you, Hilda?" And I was thinking about it, and it's so funny, how life just continues and you don't really think about the different challenges that you've had. And I had to admit, no, I really didn't had the headache that I was usually having for a long period of time. And my story was really this, and that was that for over 10 years, I was struggling with intense headache. It was usually 3 to 4 times a week, and it came after exercise. I was exercising a lot. I was out on the road a lot, falling asleep on planes, in different positions. It's not necessarily so good for tension in upper back and neck. And I knew that my headache came from tension in upper back and neck, right? But after then being in balance for a year, suddenly, my headache went away. I can still have headache, but it's more like 10 times a year and not 3 to 4 times a week. And obviously, if we look at the claims from European Food Safety Authority, it says that omega-3 will help you normalize the muscle function. So obviously, that was a big benefit for me. So I would say that there is obviously so many benefits to this. I talked about the career ladder. On the way, you can qualify for adventure trips as perks along the way. We've been to safaris in South Africa. We've been swimming with dolphins and actually sharks. I don't know if you feel that is a true benefit, but that was in Caribbean, and they were fed before we jumped in. But I can tell you, it was an experience. It was definitely an experience. We've been going on excursions in Asia, eating extraordinary hot food, having so much fun. We were actually in Bali here with, I think it was about 460 people. Now, just a few months ago, that was all qualified from Zinzino on a 5-star luxury resort. I also have to mention that on the way, in addition to the adventure trips, you get fabulous leadership training. You get a proven system, a method of operation where we will teach you step by step how you can build a solid business for yourself. So there is so many benefits to this, but the number one thing that I would encourage you to do as you're watching this today is to get tested. Test yourself today. Reach out to the person that has recommended you to watch this. Get yourself tested, find out where you are, what's your score, and then start to use our products. Start to get your loved ones on the product. And I would say when it comes to your children, I'm so passionate about spreading the message about getting our children in balance, because usually it's actually our children that scores the worst. Bummer, huh? So get your children in balance. It's so important for their concentration, their brain health, their normal development. And then hopefully, if you like what you see today, become a part of spreading the message of the Scandinavian Health Breakthrough. And as you do that, you will obviously get a better health, but also, or improve your health with the products, but also you will take charge of your time and your finances, and by that you will be more in control over your life. So thank you so much for watching. I wish each and every one of you a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you soon.